Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So to start with, I don't think there's anybody here. I think there's very rare people in the world who don't know who Baba Deep Singh Ji is. Even if somebody who is born in a Sikh family has never been to the Gurdwara Sahib in their life, has never read a line of Gurbani, has never said Vaheguru more than once by maybe mistake, even they will know who Baba Deep Singh Ji is, because Baba Deep Singh Ji's photo is everywhere, Baba Deep Singh Ji's name is everywhere, and Baba Deep Singh Ji is a character that we get immense pride from. Even if we don't know who he is, we look at the picture of Baba Deep Singh Ji with his head on his hand and a khanda, blood, soldiers dead at his feet, and we get pride from it. So you may have no gyan of Sikhi whatsoever, but you get pride from that picture. What we've got to do is take that pride, make it into something healthy, and actually join it, help use it to join us to the Guru. So Baba Deep Singh is someone that we all know. Now some of the details in Baba Deep Singh's life are sometimes hidden away, or are sometimes details that we're not necessarily interested in. And the reason is because sometimes we focus too much on the soldierly side. Where Baba Deep Singh was a soldier, Baba Deep Singh fought with his head on his hand, which he did. But what we're going to do is look at how could he manage that? What was it about Baba Deep Singh Ji that gave him the strength and the ability to go into battle and fight with his head on his hand? So if we start with Baba Ji's Janam, which is what today is all about. So 1682, Baba Deep Singh Ji was born within the Amritsar area. Bahuwind was the name of their parent, Mata Jioni was the name of their mother, and Pai Bhagata Ji was the name of their father. So Baba Deep Singh Ji is about 15 years younger than Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, based on the dates of birth. Now, from a young age, Baba Deep Singh Ji's family were very much into Sikhi. And from a young age, they took Baba Deep Singh Ji to go to see Anandpur Sahib and to meet Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Now, when we say these things, that Guru Sikhs go to see Maharaj, let's take a step back and reflect. We come to see Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj every day. And sometimes, if we're honest, we struggle to connect to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, because we struggle to look beyond their physical form. And we sometimes wish that we could see Guru Nanak Dev Ji in their physical form, or we could see Guru Gobind Singh Ji in their physical form, and we think that if we could do that, it would be easier for us to connect with the Guru. Yes, this is an issue for us. Yes, this is a challenge that we have to overcome, but it's possible. It is very much possible. But let's look at the good fortune of Baba Deep Singh Ji, who at a very young age was able to see Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, and it said that as soon as they met Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, a switch clicked. A light went on. Now sometimes, you hear about Sikhi and you hear of these stories where someone comes to the Gurdwara Sahib for the first time, and the first time they mata take, and suddenly their life changes. It was very much the same for Baba Deep Singh Ji. That very first meeting with Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj changed the rest of their future, changed what history was going to say about them. And they stayed with Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, their family, and they did seva. They joined in with the kirtan, they did the nitnem in the morning, and after a short while, the family, the mother and the father, they said, look, it's time to leave. It's time to leave. Because sometimes we come here, we want to stay for an hour or two, and we go. Back then, you'd stay for a few days, a few weeks, or maybe a few months, because it's a big thing. We take Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj for granted because we have God there around every corner, so we don't value our Guru. If our Guru Granth Sahib Ji was one Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Swaroop, every time we went to go to see Maharaj, we would never want to leave. Because Maharaj has blessed us that they're around every single corner and every street, we take it for granted. But here, Baba Deep Singh Ji's family have met Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and they want to leave. Now, Baba Deep Singh Ji has suddenly fallen in love. Suddenly fallen in love. And when a person falls in love, especially with the Guru, there's no coming out of that. Gurbani gives various examples of what this feels like. It's like a fish. You take a fish out of water. You know how it flops around, it can't breathe. It's dying without water. It'll do anything to somehow be able to get back into the water. That's what a Guru Sikh feels like when you take him away from his Guru. So when Baba Deep Singh Ji's family said, we've got to leave, Baba Deep Singh said, no, please let me stay. If you brought me here, let me stay now with my Guru. And Maharaj and the family agreed that Baba Deep Singh Ji could stay. Straight away, this is the love that Baba Deep Singh Ji had for his Guru. On that first meeting, like a fish out of water, Baba Deep Singh Ji's heart was just dying at the thought of leaving Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So they stayed, and they learnt, and they practiced. So in the mornings, they would wake up at Amrita Vela, they would do their Vaheguru Simran, they would do the Mool Mantra Abhyas, they would listen to Asadivar Kirtan, they would do the Nitnem Diya Baniya, they would then do the Om Abhyas during the day, the Om extra Nitnem Bani they would do. They were then taught by Guru Maharaj and the teachers at the place. So they were taught all the different languages. So if you look at Gurbani, and especially Dasam Granth Sahib Ji Gurbani, it's written in many different languages from the Indian subcontinent. So we've got Punjabi as we know it, you've got Urdu, you've you got Farsi, Brij Pasha, there's many languages, including Sanskrit, some very difficult languages, and Baba Deep Singh Ji would have been taught all of these languages. Baba Deep Singh Ji is also taught about Dharm, righteousness. So he's taught languages, he's taught Dharm. So you know the old grunts, the old religions of that place, the old traditions, Baba Deep Singh Ji would have been made familiar with all of these. So he would have been taught to be a great Gyani Singh. He was taught how to ride horses, how to wield a sword, how to use a spear, how to shoot bullets. He would have become an expert marksman with both the rifle and the pistol. Because this is what the Singhs that studied Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj did. They practiced what Guru taught them in terms of Nitnem, Simran, Gurbani. They listened to Katha and Kirtan, and then they practiced with weapons. They physically trained hard. And if any of us has been horse riding, especially for the first few times you go, after half an hour, your legs are hurting, your back's aching, the next day you can't walk. These Singhs would have ridden horses for hours and hours, days and days and days to condition their body. They would have wrestled, they would have trained, they would have swam. And Baba Deep Singh was doing all of this under the guidance, the tutelage of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj as their teacher, as the head teacher. And you would have had people like Mama Kripal Chand, who's Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's mama, his uncle, again teaching the Sikhs how to wield swords, how to fight in battle, battle strategy, how to use formations. So Baba Deep Singh was taking all of this in. But I stress, it wasn't just learning, it was practicing what was being taught. So in the morning, it wasn't a fact, it was last night, I trained really hard, too tired in the morning, I'm going to miss Amrit Villa. That's okay, I'll do my Nitnem about 7, 8 o'clock. It wasn't that. 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, Baba Deep Singh Ji would have been awake in their chonkra. A Sikh was saying to me once that Sikhi, to Kama Sikhi, you have to ragar, and ragar means wear down your gitte, or your ankle bone. When we're sitting now, our ankles are touching the floor. He said to really Kama Sikhi, you have to learn how to rub your ankles, burn your ankles away, because you've got to sit like this and jap naam, you've got to sit like this and read Gurbani. And this would have been the attitude Baba Deep Singh Ji had towards Gurbani, where he would have practiced it, learned it, meditated it, and loved it. But eventually the time came again when Baba Deep Singh Ji's family said, let's take Baba Deep Singh Ji home. Before they left, Baba Deep Singh Ji took Amrit from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And again, let's look at the magnificence of that, the significance of that. They took Amrit from the hands of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So we know 1699 Maharaj blessed Amrit Didat. Panj Pyare Maharaj took their heads and blessed the Panth with Amrit. Themselves sacrificed the whole family, said, for this Amrit I will sacrifice my whole family for this blessing of Amrit. After that, they then blessed other Sikhs with Amrit as well, being part of the Panj Pyare. Now Baba Deep Singh Ji was fortunate to have that Amrit from the hands of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. This is the blessings they had. They also, before they left, met another great Gursikh, Bhai Mani Singh Ji. And again, we'll cover Bhai Mani Singh Ji even later, but I'll just tell you very quickly who Bhai Mani Singh Ji was. Bhai Mani Singh Ji was the Gursikh that you'll see in pictures when they're sitting in a kashera, and there's a chopping block in front of them, their hands on the chopping block, and they're pointing at their thumb. Bhai Mani Singh Ji was the Sikh, the Gursikh, who was chopped limb from limb. So Baba Deep Singh Ji was the Gursikh that fought with his head on his hand, and Bhai Mani Singh Ji was the Gursikh that was chopped limb from limb. So they had their sangat, they met first in Guru Gobind Singh Ji's charan. As I said, Baba Deep Singh Ji eventually went home to his family. And as he left, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they gave them a hukam. Said, when you go home to your family, don't give up on your Sikhi, stay strong, stay firm, continue to practice as you have, and teach. He was told to go back home and teach. Because as we said right at the start, Sikhi is a gem. Sikhi is a beautiful gem. Sikhi is the most precious, unique, rarest gem you're going to find in this world. There's nothing more valuable than Sikhi. Nothing more valuable than Sikhi. In Baba Deep Singh's life, we learn that in fact Sikhi is more valuable than life itself. And Maharaj said to Baba Deep Singh Ji, when you take this home, when you take this gift home with you, share it. Teach others. Teach them about Gurmat. So that's what Baba Deep Singh Ji did. They went home, they went to the Pend, and they taught. They didn't just sit there. You know, sometimes we come to the Gurdwara Sahib, we go home and we relax. It was wicked at the Gurdwara today, but put the TV on now. I miss Coronation Street, I've got it on record, I'll watch that now. I'm going to relax the East Enders, what happened today. You know, we have that kind of relaxed, let's watch Big Brother. It wasn't like that for Baba Deep Singh Ji. That Anand, the bliss they felt from meeting Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the bliss they had from the Amrit was 24/7. So they went home and it was like they never left Anandpur Sahib. Because whoever Gurbani is, the Guru is Bani, Guru hai Bani. So if you have Gurbani, you have the Guru. So even though they were separate from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, the fact that they had Gurbani, it was like they were together anyway. So Baba Deep Singh Ji goes home. Now at this point in Sikh history, we come through a very dark time. It's a dark time in the way we would see things, in that we come to the year 1704. Now in 1704, in the last month of Bo, which is the month that's just gone past, so mainly around December time, in this month, we saw Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj leave the fort of Anandpur Sahib after a great battle with the Mughals, 8-month siege, and they leave Anandpur Sahib. In the month of Bo, in 1704, we had Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj separated from his family on the banks of the Sarsa River. This is a river that was flooded, and at this point, Maharaj was being chased by the Mughal army in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, had a flooded river, and just a handful of Singhs with him. At this river point, the Chote Sahibjad, the two younger sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, aged 5 and 8, and the grandmother, Mata Gujari Ji, got separated and went one way. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj's wives went another way and ended up in Delhi. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, the older two sons, and 40 or 50 other Singhs ended up in Chamkaur Sahib. In this month of Bo, 1708, we know the Chote Sahibjade were bricked alive and were martyred in Sarhand. In 1704, in the month of Bo, we know the Vadde Sahibjade and the Singhs of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj were Shaheed in the Battle of Chamkaur Sahib. We know in this month of Po, in 1704, Kalgiyawala, Dasme Pacha, the King of Kings, the Emperor of the world, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, had to sleep barefoot, ripped clothes, feet, legs bleeding in the jungles of Mashiwar using a stone for a pillow. This all happened in 1704. And a Guru Sikh like Baba Deep Singh Ji, in his bend, his heart would have been bleeding. But after this month, after 1704, the time came when the 10th Guru went to Damadama Sahib, a place called Damadama Sahib, literally a place of rest. And at this place, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj called Bhai Mani Singh Ji from Delhi to come up. And as I said at the start, Bhai Mani Singh Ji is a Sikh who later went on to get chopped down by him. Said, Thodi Sevaya. And he also called Baba Deep Singh Ji, sent a messenger to Baba Deep Singh Ji, said, bring Baba Deep Singh Ji here to Damdama Sahib. So Baba Ji had been waiting for this hukum. They'd been waiting for this chance to go and see the Guru again. As I said, if you imagine being in love with someone, with the Guru, but you're separated by distance, because the Guru's giving you an hukum, you go back to your pend and you do prachar. So that's what he did. When the Guru said, now you come back, he came back. In his heart of hearts, he would have wanted to run back to the Guru, but he'd had a hukum that you go to your pend and you do prachar. So whatever the Guru said, the Sikh does. But when he went to Damdama Sahib and he met Guru Maharaj, he matataked, grabbed hold of Maharaj's feet, and with love he says, Maharaj, what hukum have you got for me? What command do you have for me? And Baba Deep Singh Ji and Bhai Mani Singh Ji were given seva. The seva they were given was writing Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji da Saroop. There was a group of people called Tiramallis who had obtained Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj da Saroop that Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the 5th Guru, had written and refused to give it back to the Guru. They refused to give it back. Again, this history will go into another time, but it's sufficient to say that they refused to give it back to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And they did a mena, they did a teacher, they teased Maharaj that if you're the real Guru, if you are the real 10th Guru of the Sikhs, why can't you write your own Saroop? If you as a Guru are the very form of Gurbani, what's stopping you from rewriting Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj? And they teased Maharaj like this, and Maharaj goes, Satya. Maharaj goes, fine. So at Damdama Sahib, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj sat down, and from his lips, he recited Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji the part. Bhai Mani Singh Ji Shaheed was given the duty of writing down that Gurbani, and Baba Deep Singh Ji Shaheed Seva was to make the ink, prepare the pens, and the young of Maharaj. So these two Guru Sikhs wrote the beer that Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj themselves recited from their mouths. 1,430 ang of Gurbani, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj recited. As well as reciting this Gurbani, what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj would do is explain Katha, teach the Sikh, teach the Singhs there what Katha meant, what Gurbani meant. So every single Pankti Gurbani, in the morning they would write, they would recite, the Sikhs would write it down, Bhai Mani Singh Ji, Baba Deep Singh Ji, and afterwards Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj would then explain what the Gurbani meant. And at the time there were 48 Singhs there, 48. And by the time the Katha finished, by the time the Saroop of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj is ready, of the 48 Singhs, all 48 had become what we call a Bideh Mukt. And what, at a very easy level, what that means is their souls had already progressed beyond this human life. The souls had become so free of the world, if you like, their soul already had one foot in Sachkhand. They're already floating above. They had so much anand, so much bliss, that it was only their physical body here. There was nothing else here. The soul had just expanded into Vaheguru, become so one with Vaheguru that you just couldn't tell the difference. It was just a physical form. It was just skin and bones left. From the bliss, the anand they'd got from listening to the Katha, from the lips of Guru Gobind Singh Ji about Gurbani. Imagine that, a one-to-one audience where Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is sitting in front of you, telling you what Ek Onkar means, what Satnam means, what Karta Purkh means. And Maharaj blessed 46 of these things with mukti. Says, you can go. You can go. To Baba Deep Singh Ji, Pai Mani Singh Ji, he goes, I've got some more seva for you yet. Still got more seva for you. And they stayed and they said, Maharaj, if you're going to keep us here now, if you're not going to let us go, then ardasya, bentiya. Okay, this bliss that we feel now, Maharaj, we're just humans. It might go. We might make a mistake. Maharaj, bless us. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj there, and you may have heard this before many times, Maharaj said to Pai Mani Singh Ji, hey Pai Mani Singh, even if you are cut limb from limb from limb, even if your body is chopped into many pieces, your anand, that feeling of bliss will never leave you. To Baba Deep Singh Ji they said, Baba Deep Singh, even if your head is removed from your neck, if your head is removed from your body, that feeling of anand, that feeling of bliss will never leave you. No one will ever turn down a word that you say. These are my blessings to you too. So they had these blessings and they fell at the feet of the Guru. Maharaj then went on. And again, they sent by Mani Singh Ji to Amritsar to teach there. And Baba Deep Singh Ji told to stay at Damdama Sahib and teach there. I said right at the start, this point about teaching Sikhi. If we know a little bit, share it. If we know a lot, share it. Baba Deep Singh Ji was forever learning and forever teaching. And at Damdama Sahib, Baba Deep Singh Ji taught. He taught Gursikhs about Gurbani. He taught them about Sikh history. He taught them Katha. He also taught them again about weaponry and how to fight. The other amazing thing that Baba Deep Singh Ji did at Damdama Sahib, and again, I really want you to think long and hard about this, because this is, as I said, what gives Baba Deep Singh Ji the strength to do what he does. At Damdama Sahib, Baba Deep Singh Ji sat down, and over a period of 11 years, they took pen in hand, and they hand wrote 4 swaroops of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj themselves. 4 swaroops. Now, when I say pen, I mean ink pot and kalam. So you have an ink pot, you have kalam, you hand make the ink, you hand make the pen, and you write. 11 years it took them to create 4 swaroops of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Imagine the blessings of the Guru. Because when you read Gurbani, sometimes our mind can wander. It can wander off into our families, it can wander off into our affairs, into what work we've got to do in the morning, what we're missing out on. You might have a text message, I better quickly check my phone. Your mum shouting at you downstairs, tera phone aaya, thale aaja. Your mind's going all over the place. When you're reading Gurbani, it can happen. When you're writing Gurbani, you have to pay 100% attention. Why? Because it's the Guru's Bani. You cannot afford to make a mistake. So every single akkar has to be perfect. You are so connected to your Guru, it's unbelievable. And if you haven't written Gurbani, try it. Create a clean place, make it suchi, make it pavitr, and try writing Gurbani. Just write the Mool Mantra, and you see the anand, see the bliss that you get from that. Maharaj in Gurbani talks about writing Gurbani. He says the ink is blessed, the pen is blessed, the paper is blessed, the writer's blessed, and the Guru's blessed. 5 blessings you get from just writing Gurbani. And Baba Deep Singh Ji wrote 4 swaroops of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. These 4 swaroops then went to the 4 takhts. Akal Takht Sahib, Kesgarh Sahib, which is Anandpur Sahib, Patna Sahib, where Maharaj was born, and Sachkhand Sri Hazur Sahib. So all these 4 swaroops were sent to these 4 takhts. 11 years of writing Gurbani. So when we want to talk about Baba Deep Singh Ji, and we know at the end Baba Deep Singh Ji, what he did, what he achieved, this is where the strength came from. It came from a lifetime of reading Gurbani, meditating on Gurbani, understanding Gurbani, writing Gurbani, and being blessed and being in love with Gurbani. One Singh said to me recently, he says, you tell me, he said it as a joke, what amount of bench press will it take me to be able to do what Baba Deep Singh Ji did? Because you tell me how much I need to squat so I can do what Baba Deep Singh Ji did. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Physically, we can do whatever we want to do. You can be the strongest man in the world, but you cannot do what Baba Deep Singh Ji did without the support of Tan Tan Sahib Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, Gurbani, and the blessings of the Guru. If we want to do even one iota of what Baba Deep Singh Ji achieved, it has to be through Gurbani. In fact, Baba Deep Singh Ji was actually given one other award as well. He was named Jionda Shaheed. He was given the title by the Panth, Jionda Shaheed. Why was Baba Deep Singh Ji given this title, Jionda Shaheed? I want to just step back slightly. When Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj was at Hazur Sahib, he met a man called Madhu Das Bairagi. This man was a spiritual man, but he had powers, and he used to use his magical powers to try and influence people, trick them. And one day he tried to trick Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. It didn't work. He became a Sikh of Maharaj, took Amrit. His name was Gurbakh Singh. His name was also Bhai Banda Singh Bahadur. Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. Banda Singh was sent by Guru Gobind Singh Ji back to Punjab. Now Banda Singh had a mission. Banda Singh was told, when you go to Punjab, you go to Sirhind. Remember I said in the last month in 1704, the youngest Sahibzade were bricked alive. 5 and 8-year-olds bricked alive. Bricked alive, and then their throats were cut by grown men in front of a crowd of people. And other than one man, no one said anything. One man spoke out, but other than that, a whole crowd of grown adults stood by and watched a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old have their necks slit after being bricked alive. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj said to Banda Singh Bahadur, your seva is to go to Sirhind and to capture these tyrants and deliver justice. Because a state, a nation, a country where young children are murdered in this way is not just. And as the army of God, as a Kalpur ki Fauj, is our duty to fight these people. It's our duty to bring these people down and establish righteousness. And Banda Singh Bahadur was given this task. He go to Sirhind. And in Punjabi, the wording they use, eternal et karkade. Attack Sirhind with such force that no two bricks stand on top of each other. They get the bricks and clash them together. And when Baba Deep Singh Ji heard that Banda Singh Bahadur was coming to Punjab, imagine the heart of Baba Deep Singh. This is Baba Deep Singh, who had seen the Sahibzade grow up around Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. This is Baba Deep Singh, who had probably had the Sahibzade playing in his own lap. Had probably played games with them, chased them, laughed with them, taught them maybe, perhaps even. These are the sons of the Guru that Baba Deep Singh Ji was eternally in love with. And now the Guru has given a hukum that Sirhind is to be destroyed. And if Baba Deep Singh Ji did anything, he obeyed the hukum of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. So when Banda Singh Bahadur came riding, Baba Deep Singh Ji joined his forces. And together they attacked Sirhind. And they destroyed Sirhind. The people that tortured the Sahibzade, young 5 and 8-year-olds, their heads were removed and put on spears. In this battle, and this is a small fact, but I love this fact because it brings to life the severity and the forward nature of Baba Deep Singh Ji's being. Baba Deep Singh Ji had a tooth taken out by a spear. He lost a tooth. Now that sounds very minor. But how close do you have to be to the enemy where they thrust a spear and it takes out one of your teeth? How close must you be to fight? You're not fighting from 100 meters or 200 meters. You're not firing your rifle from the back or shooting arrows. which all perfectly find ways of fighting. Baba Deep Singh Ji was a front-line soldier. He was where the action was thickest. He was where the enemy was the strongest. Wherever they had their vanguard, wherever they had their champions, that was where you would find Baba Deep Singh Ji. That was where Baba Deep Singh Ji and his khanda would be chopping the enemy to pieces. This is where one of the Mughals tried to kill Baba Deep Singh Ji, but Baba Deep Singh, with his skill, avoided the spear, but lost the tuff. He was given the name Jiunda Shaheed, the living martyr. Why? Because he should have been Shaheed. He should have been dead in that battle because of his bravery, because of his courage, because of the way he fought in that battle. This is Baba Deep Singh Ji. This is the Baba Deep Singh Ji who for the last 11 years had been sitting calmly, peacefully, in love with Gurbani, writing 4 Sarups of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Yet when the Guru's hukum came, he fought. And through the following years, whenever the time came, the Sikhs went and they fought against Abdali. As I said, these Abdalis, these Afghans, were the forefathers of what we now know as the Taliban. When they would come, they would take women. The Sikhs would follow them. And guerrilla warfare was what we did. Guerrilla warfare. So when they would pass through the jungles and the forests, the Sikhs would hide behind the trees, hide in the forest rooftop. And when the time was right, they would jump out, they would attack the Afghans, harass them, kill them, and rescue the women. And rescue these young sisters of ours and take them back home. Now these sisters weren't necessarily Sikh sisters. They were sisters because, you know what? Sikh is beyond the name of religion. Humanity has no religion, does it? Does it matter if it's a Muslim sister or a Hindu sister or a Sikh sister? If she's been kidnapped and held beyond her will, if she's held without her say-so, if she's been kidnapped and she's going to be sold in a slave market, she becomes a sister of Baba Deep Singh Ji, and it's his duty as a Guru Sikh to get her back. And the greatness of the Guru Sikhs wasn't just the fact that they went and they rescued these Bibiyan, they rescued these sisters. They rescued them, they took them to their homes. Now, why is this significant? Why is it so significant that they took them to their homes? Because these girls, these young girls, probably had a lot of bad things happen to them while they were captured and kept as slaves. And we know what Indian society is like. If a girl returns home, the parents might say, "We don't want you living in a house anymore. You've been dishonored. Leave." What all the neighbors say, "We won't be able to get you married." So you know what the Singhs did? When the Singhs would take these young girls home, they would tell the parents, "This is now my sister. If you mistreat my sister, I'll be back. This is my sister and she's under my care. Don't you dare mistreat my sister." So not only did they rescue them, they gave them a future. This is what the Sikhs, this is what Baba Deep Singh Ji and the Singhs around them was doing. Now the Afghans, after a long while, they got sick and tired of the Sikhs harassing them. And the generals, Ahmad Shah Abdali, spoke with these generals. He said, "Who are these Sikhs? Where are they from?" And there's a beautiful poem which we'll share at a later point. But he was told that these Sikhs are the sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They get their strength from Amrit. And there's a sarovar, there's this big pool where they go to bathe. And they said, "We think they get their strength from this Amrit and from this pool. Whenever they bathe in this pool, they come out looking like giants with awesome strength." So they said, what we're going to do is kill these Sikhs wherever we find them, and we're going to destroy this pool. If this is the source of their power, we will destroy it. And the pool they're referring to was the sarovar around Darbar Sahib. So the plan was Ahmad Shah Abdali sent Jahan Khan, one of his generals, to go and destroy this pool. So Jahan Khan went and he defiled the sarovar of Darbar Sahib. Now when we talk about defiling the sarovar of Darbar Sahib, what does that mean? What it means is he chucked in bricks. He chucked in rubble. He had his horses standing on the edge of the sarovar and excreting in the sarovar. He defiled it in the worst way. One, to take away the strength from the Sikhs, but also to say to them, "You can attack our baggage trains, you can attack us in the woods and the forests, but we can attack you wherever we want. We will come to your heart and we will rip your heart out." Now, if we look back at what happened there, when they came to Sri Darbar Sahib Sarovar to attack our Sarovar. Why? To teach us a lesson, to take away our strength. And then we jump forward in history 200 years to 1984. And we ask, why did the army attack Sri Darbar Sahib? Are the reasons not the same? Where the Guru Sikhs getting their strength from? Sri Darbar Sahib. So what should we do? Let's take their strength from them. Let's show them that we can attack them whenever we want. Let's destroy it. But here we're talking about Baba Deep Singh Ji. So Baba Deep Singh Ji is a Gurmukh. He loves Gurbani. He loves his Guru. He's a seasoned soldier. He's a living martyr. He's a general of a missile. And when news comes to him that Jahan Khan and the Afghans, the Taliban, have defiled Sri Darbar Sahib Sarovar. Again, as I said at the start, Baba Deep Singh Ji lived in Amritsar. So you can imagine, Rojana, every day, every other day, Baba Deep Singh Ji would have gone there to do darshan, matha tek, and have Ishnan in that Sarovar. Having Ishnan in that Sarovar is ardas that we do. Every time we do ardas, we say, Maharaj, please bless us with the chance to do Ishnan in that Sarovar. Throughout Sikh history, that Sarovar is blessed. Maharaj says you don't need to go to all these pilgrimages across India. You don't need to go to all these rivers. Itthe aake ishnan karo. Because Gurbani is read here 24/7. It is a source of our strength. And later in history, because this wasn't the only time they attacked the Sarovar, Gur Sikhs, to get their strength and to show their love and to show the Mughals and the Afghans that you can do whatever you like, you cannot take Darbar Sahib from us, you cannot stop us or break our link from Sarovar. There used to be times when the Sarovar was guarded on all sides by the Mughal soldiers. You know what Singhs used to do? When they said, we're going to stop you from having Ishnan in the Sarovar, a Singh would get on his horse. He would ride full pelt as fast as he could towards the Mughal line, and he would clash into them and he'd go flying over their heads into the Sarovar. And he would be Shaheed in there because they'd shoot him and kill him. But he'd prove to them, you said I can't have Ishnan in my Sarovar, my Guru Sarovar. I will show you that I have Ishnan in that Sarovar, even if it means I have to give my life. This is the attitude the Sikhs had. This is how important the Sarovar was to the Sikhs. So when Baba Deep Singh Ji heard that the Sarovar has been desecrated, he had 8 Guru Sikhs with him, 8 Sikhs at Damdama Sahib. He stood up, he did ardas to Maharaj. He says, Maharaj, you blessed me. You blessed me that even if my head comes off my shoulders, the bliss, the anand I feel will never go away. You blessed me with this. Maharaj, bless me now that I may go fight at Darbar Sahib. Fight for the righteousness. Fight for the sanctity of Sri Darbar Sahib. And Maharaj, accept that head now at your charan. Guru Ram Das Ji, the 4th Guru, the founder of Sri Darbar Sahib, Maharaj Guru Ram Das Ji, accept my head in your feet. I have no prasad to give you. I have no maya to give you. I have my head. Maharaj, accept my head. And Maharaj, don't even let death stand in front of me. Do not even let death take me until I am ready to put my head at your feet on the parkarma, on the walkway of Sri Darbar Sahib. This is ardas that Baba Deep Singh Ji did at Damdama Sahib, and he left with 8 Guru Sikhs, and word spread. Okay, Baba Deep Singh Ji, this Gurmukh, Baba Deep Singh Ji, who took Amrit out of the hands of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj themselves, Baba Deep Singh Ji, the Lakhari of 4 Granths of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Baba Deep Singh, the Jionda Shaheed, Baba Deep Singh Ji, the victor of the Battle of Sarhand, Baba Deep Singh Ji is marching to Darbar Sahib to fight Jahan Khan. And when Baba Deep Singh Ji got to Taran Sahib, a forge, an army of 5,000 Singhs had got together. 5,000 Sikhs had got together. 1757. Baba Deep Singh Ji standing in front of them. And I want you to take your minds back to that point in history. I want you to imagine just looking at this crowd of 5,000 Singhs. When Baba Deep Singh Ji is standing in front of them, aged 75 years old, chitta adara, white beard, a khanda in his hands weighing 15 kilograms. 15 kilograms. And he says to the Sikhs, I have come here for my Guru. I've come here out of love for my Guru. My ardas is I will give my head at the feet of Guru Ram Das Ji on this parkarma of Sri Darbar Sahib. I will march and I will fight and I will die on that parkarma against the Afghans for the sanctity of Sri Darbar Sahib. Baba Deep Singh Ji with his khanda, he drew a line in the sand. See, if you are coming with me, cross this line. But only cross this line if you can give up attachment, if you have no attachment to your families, no attachment to your belongings. Only cross this line if you have no attachment to life itself. If you cross this line, it is death. If you cross this line, your head will go at Siri Darbar Sahib. If you cross this line, you will marry death, you will wed death, and your life will be in the hands of the Guru. If you do not accept these terms, do not cross this line. If you cannot accept death, do not cross this line. And when these 5,000 Singhs heard this, and I want you to imagine this, in a heartbeat, after Baba Deep Singh Ji stopped speaking, 5,000 Singhs stepped forward as one. 5,000 Singhs stepped forward as one. Because we were one. 5,000 Singhs stepped forward to give their head to the Guru alongside their big brother, Baba Deep Singh Ji. And they were Jakare. And you know, when a groom goes to get married in the morning and he leaves his house, there's happiness. Everyone's happy. Can you imagine the happiness of these 5,000 Singhs as they march to Sri Darbar Sahib to marry death? The poets and the Tadis have written beautiful things. Again, whether you want to take this as historically correct or not, it doesn't matter. It's the emotion that they're trying to portray. They say, Kisne ganne bane. When you get married in Punjab, they tie ganne and stuff like that. And they have special scent that they put on you. And they wear fresh clothes. So the Singhs are going to the Darbar Sahib like this in happiness, because we're going there to give Shaheed. And I want you to imagine Jahan Khan. When he hears that this forge of 5,000 is marching towards him, you know how many he gets together? 20,000 Afghans he gathers with him. 20,000. And they go to meet the Singhs. Now, 4-1 is poor odds. What were the Afghans thinking? You got Baba Deep Singh Ji at the head of 5,000 Jijaru, Surme Khalsa soldiers, and you only bring 20,000 Afghans to the battlefield. Jahan Khan, big mistake. When the Singhs saw the army of Jahan Khan, they had the battle strategies, and they charged into battle. And again, these are frontline soldiers. These are Singhs who have already committed their lives to the Guru's cause. They are not going to hold back. They're not going to think twice. I might get wounded. That spear may catch me in that side. That sword may slice my face. That bullet may take me in my eye. I may get crushed by that elephant or that horse. These are Singhs who have already given their lives for the Guru. And one beautiful thing which I heard this morning, there was a Singh quote by Dayal Singh. And it said, in battle, the battle's raging. And Dayal Singh saw Jahan Khan on an elephant. And Dayal Singh had about 500 Singhs around him. And he roared to these 500 Singhs, that's Jahan Khan standing there. He's the one who desecrated Sri Darbar Sahib Sarovar. Inu shad ke nahi jana. We cannot let him go. And he said, Dayal Singh took his horse and he charged at the elephant. And on his horse, he jumped at the elephant, and his front feet of the horse were on the elephant's matha. And by Dayal Singh, with one swipe of his sword, removed the head of Jahan Khan. One swipe of his sword removed the head of Jahan Khan, who desecrated Sri Darbar Sahib Sarovar. And the battle's raging, and the Singhs are fighting. And again, I want you to put yourselves there in the middle of this battle. Because we're not talking about fantasy, we're not talking about films, we're not talking about cartoons or story, we're talking about actual history. 5,000 Singhs fighting 20,000 Afghans. These Afghans are some of the most brutal, fearless warriors in the world. Used to victory, proud of their victories. They've destroyed the Mughals like they were nothing. They're freely going into Delhi, raping, looting, pillaging. And who are these Sikhs to fight them? They're proud of themselves, and against them, these 5,000 Singhs are fighting. The time came when Baba Deep Singh Ji met a man. And again, this is a 32, 33, young man, a man in his prime, a general called Jamal Shah, an Afghan general. Baba Deep Singh Ji, age 75, and this young Afghan general, face to face, challenging each other to a duel. Let's fight. You might think that's hardly a fair fight. A 30-year-old in the midst of his prime versus a 75-year-old old man. But this is Baba Deep Singh Ji we're talking about. So Baba Deep Singh Ji and Jamal Shah fight. And we can't take anything away from Jamal Shah. He would have been a great warrior to fight against Baba Deep Singh Ji. But the time came when the Gurmukh Pyara, the Surma, the warrior Baba Deep Singh Ji, and the Afghan Jamal Shah struck each other at the same time. And both their heads were removed. Both their heads came off the shoulders. Jamal Shah's body dropped to the ground, as did Baba Deep Singh Ji's. Now, there's two versions of this. One says that a Gursikh, a Sikh next to Baba Deep Singh Ji said, Baba Deep Singh Ji, what about your ardas? Your ardas was that you will give your head at the parkarma. You will put your head on the parkarma of Sri Darbar Sahib. We're still a way away from there yet. The other version is that Baba Deep Singh Ji didn't need reminding. This is Baba Deep Singh Ji. Would Baba Deep Singh Ji have forgotten his ardas to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj? Would Baba Deep Singh Ji have forgotten his ardas to Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj? Ki Maharaj, my head will go at your charan. Baba Deep Singh Ji picked up his head. And with his khanda, he again tore into the ranks of the Afghan army. Tore into their ranks. And when these 20,000 Afghans saw the headless Baba Deep Singh Ji decimating their forces, ripping them to shreds, they ran. They said, if we can't even, these Sikhs, we can't even put them down after beheading them, what chance of victory do we have? And they ran. And the 5,000 Singhs routed the 20,000 Afghans. Baba Deep Singh Ji battled and he fought until he got to the parkarma of Sri Darbar Sahib. And if you go to the parkarma of Sri Darbar Sahib, you see the exact place where Tan Baba Deep Singh Ji Shaheed took their head, the living martyr, took their head and put it on the parkarma lovingly of Sri Ramdas Ji. Did their das. Put their head on the parkarma of Sri Darbar Sahib Ji. Now people will say, how is that possible? How can a man fight without his head? How can a man fight without his head? There's a lot to be said about answering this question, but I'll make it very easy. We were talking about this downstairs yesterday. If Vaheguru Akal Purkh Sahib can create the universe, if Maharaj can make the world with one shabd, we believe in Gurbani and we say Gurbani ansar, Oankar de naal utpati bani. Sara sansar Oankar de rachna de naal banaya. Dunya bani, asman banaya, dharti bani. The whole universe is created with Oankar. So Vaheguru apparently can create the universe with Oankar, but Vaheguru can't bless Baba Deep Singh Ji to fight with his head on his hand. Guru Mukho Maharaj, Vaheguru can do whatever he wants. These aren't our laws, these aren't our rules, these are Vaheguru's Qanoon. We are a deen to his Qanoon, he's not a deen to ours. He doesn't need to live by our rules, we live by his. Vaheguru blessed Baba Deep Singh Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj blessed Baba Deep Singh Ji, Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj blessed Baba Deep Singh Ji. And they placed their head on the parkarma. Now we said throughout this that the strength of Baba Deep Singh Ji came from Gurbani. It came from love of Gurbani, the abhyas of Gurbani. It came from love of the Panth. It came from a desire to sacrifice oneself for the Panth, for the Qawm. This is why we revere Baba Deep Singh. This is why he's such a hero to us. Because he taught and he showed what Gurbani says. Now, time's up, but I just want to share one kabit from Bhai Gurdas Ji. Just one kabit from Bhai Gurdas Ji, which will show us what Gursikhi is, which shows us what will go through the mind of a Surma like Tan Baba Deep Singh Ji. This is Bhai Gurdas Ji, who's around at the 5th Guru's times. You also write Bhai Gurdas Ji the Vara, and you have the kabit. So Bhai Gurdas Ji writes, Nak sikh lo sagal ang rom rom kar, kaat kaat sikhan ko bachan par variye, agan jalaye, fun pisan pasaye tahe, le ude pavan hoye anek prakariye, jat kat sikh pag tare, gurpanth praat, tahu tahu marg mein pasam ko dariye, Tehe pad padak charan level lagir cheh, daya ke dayal mohe patita udariye. Now, what does Bhai Gurdas Ji say? Says, nak se kalo agan, nak se kalo sagal, ang rom kar, kaat sikhan ko charan padavariye. Bhai Gurdas Ji says, if I could take my body from the top of my head to the bottom of my toe, I'd cut it into little pieces. Because I'd cut it into little pieces, very, very small pieces, and sacrifice them on the feet of the Sikhs, the Guru. So he's saying this is the love that Bhai Gurdas Ji has for the Guru Sikhs, for the Sadh Sangat, that I'll take my body and sacrifice it at your feet. Beyond that, Bhai Gurdas Ji says, not only that, he goes, I'll take my body and I'd burn it. I'd burn these little pieces. I would then take, you know, you have in India how they grind corn. They grind corn, huh? Right? He goes, I would take my pieces of body, burn them, grind them into fine powder, and throw it into the wind. Bhai Gurdas Ji goes, where do I want to throw this? He goes, I want to throw this on the path that the Guru Sikhs take when they walk towards the Guru. So take my body, Bhai Gurdas Ji says, cut it into pieces, burn it, grind it into dust, and throw it on the path that the Guru Sikhs walk on the way to the Guru. Why? So that on touching their feet, even a puppy like me might be reminded of Vaheguru and may be saved. This is Bhai Gurdas Ji saying, cut my body, burn it, grind it into dust, put it on the feet of the Guru Sikhs so that I might be blessed. This is the humility, the love that Guru Sikhs have for Sangat and for Sikhi. This is the attitude, this is the mentality Baba Deep Singh Ji would have had for Sikhi. Okay, take my body, chop its head off, grind it, burn it, do whatever you want to do with it, but let me keep my Sikhi. Time's up, but one last thing I want to say, because we did talk about Bhai Mani Singh Ji Shaheed as well. Bhai Mani Singh Ji Shaheed, who again with Baba Deep Singh Ji wrote Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji da Saroop at Takht Sri Damdama Sahib, where on one side Baba Deep Singh Ji gave his head at Sri Darbar Sahib Parkarma. Bhai Mani Singh Ji was also chopped limb from limb. Chopped limb from limb. And when they went, when he was given the punishment of being chopped into pieces, you'll have seen the photograph. And we're not going to go into the full history, but you'll have seen the photograph when they grabbed his hand and they said to him still, give it up, give up that Sikhi. Give up that Sikhi. Life is rare, life is difficult. You only have this one life, why give it away? And he goes, this life I've had many times. This life I've had many times. The blessings of Guru I've had but once. And when they were going to chop him by his wrist, he said, not there. He goes, "Je karna, start at the tip of my little finger. My first limb is not my wrist. The first limb is a small part of my little finger. If you've been told to cut me into pieces, start there. If you want to test my Sikhi, test it there. My Guru has given me the blessings that even if I'm cut limb from limb, my Anand will never go." These are the blessings that the Guru gives to his Sikhs. This is the love that the Sikhs have for their Guru. So Sadh Sangat Ji, that's the end of this week's Katha. If we're going to take anything away, it's this. The love of the Guru and the Guru Sikh is beyond words. The love of the Guru and the Guru Sikh is beyond life and death. These aren't stories, this is reality, this happened. Not just happened, it happens today. If it happened in 1757, when Baba Deep Singh Ji Shaheed on the Parkarma of Sri Darbar Sahib, and again, very last thing now, it happens today. It happened in 1984 to the Singhs that gave their lives then. It happens today when Singhs and Singhaniya all around the world are making sacrifices and have that love for the Guru. For us, our job, our aim is to become one with Vaheguru. How? Through falling in love with Guru Nanak Gurdwara Maharaj, through Simran, through Gurbani, through Katha, through Seva, and through humility. And Tan Baba Deep Singh Ji's Janam Diyara, who we celebrated today, last thing said about them, last ustat about them, before we start the Simran is, in 1984 when the tanks invaded Sri Darbar Sahib, everybody knows that the tank that passed the side of Baba Deep Singh Ji could not go past where they put their cease. And a story of love, you can believe this or not. If Baba Deep Singh Ji stood there in 1757, Baba Deep Singh Ji stood there in 1984. Because this is the sarovar of their Guru. I've said anything wrong, please do forgive me. Let's do ardas that for the next hour we can join in Simran, that Maharaj blesses us with even a small amount of anand, even a small amount of bliss that Tan Tan Baba Deep Singh Ji Shaheed had from them. ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਅਨੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਹੁਣ ਜੀ, ਅਣਜਾਣ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਮਾਫ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।